What's happening, Hayes? What's happening, Kay? I appreciate that light. Shout out to Hayes in here. Y'all like the live, share the live. If people still woke, hopefully they are. What's happening, Donald Mac? They actually let me join the live today. Normally it's not working for me. It be like that. For real, it be like that, especially when you be trying to come to people's live that's like me and everything, and be going in, man, they be blocking the supporters too. I tell you, boy. Social media, social engineering, COINTELPRO app. You know, we trying to reverse the engineering using their own shit against them, though. So shout out to everybody that's in here. So just picking up on what we talked about earlier today. Peace, what's happening, Juice? We're going to let some more people get in here. But, you know, just to recap of what we went over earlier today, for those who missed it, we were just talking about, you know, azo dyes, artificial dyes, and the type of effect that they have on your body, type of effect they have on your kids, adults, elderly, you know, and it's so subtly too that you won't even know, you know. Like you try to tell people it's because of what you're eating, they won't even believe you. They're like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? You know, they won't even believe you. Some folks don't care. They hit you with the, man, we all gotta go sometime. You know, that's that I gave up on life mentality. When people hit you with that, we all gotta go sometime. That's that I gave up on life mentality, but I'm too scared to end it myself type shit. So you indulge in poisonous things, hoping that it do the job for you. Yeah, it's a lot of people that be thinking all type of ways out here. Shout out to everybody that's in here. Appreciate that share, Juicy. What's happening, Tab? Don't worry, y'all. We gonna get back to the history. Y'all gotta understand, you know, I'm diverse and I like talking about all types of things. You know, not just American Indian stuff, but I like talking about all types of stuff that's enlightening. Whether it's history, psychological, sociology, whether it's cosmos or whatever the case may be, I love it and I'm gonna talk about it, you know, so it is what it is. Said I know we going, God. That's why I'm eating healthy. What's happening, Jerb? Appreciate that follow. Thank you. Then we have to take so many medications when we get older. Yeah, just straight drugging you. That's one of the biggest problems in America. The reason why, hold on, let me slide back in the camera so y'all can see me. Let me slide back in the camera. Let me tilt it down a little bit. So one of the main reasons why it's so hard for us to wake people up and reach people is because everybody's so high. Like really, people is doped up and drugged up all the time. I'm saying epiphany. You know what I'm saying? Like real talk. The reason why it's so hard for us to reach people, folks be high, bro. And you ain't even gotta be on. Well, it is a drug, but you ain't even gotta be on like your street drugs, a designer. Well, this is a designer drug too. But what I'm getting at, the reason why it's so hard to reach people and wake people up is because they just entirely high. They either high on fluoride, they either high off red 40, they either high off green 3 or blue 1 or yellow 5 and yellow 6. And you know what I'm saying? The folks is just high, bro. People got to go on a mass detox, which helps their brain and everything. You know, That's one of the main things why it's so hard to wake people up, because they're still intoxicated. They still in an altered mindset. Because what do we say drugs is? For one, we know drugs is chemicals. And what do we say that drugs do? They alter your behavior, your mind, and everything. Which I got some documents to read to y'all about these dyes and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Some stuff that y'all may not know. But for an example, we're gonna go ahead and touch on the side effects of the dyes. You know, y'all see it back here. Even when you think you're giving your kids a healthy little fruit snack, that little fruit snack, it ain't gonna do nothing. Man, these fruit snacks still got red 40 and yellow 5 and all that shit in it. You know what I'm saying? They got it in all type of things. And it's not just in the food. It ain't just in the food, but it's in NyQuil. It's in Nutri-Grain bars, and you think you eating good. Nutri-Grain bar, I'm eating healthy. Yeah. So you got Nutri-Grain bars, you got Vicks. That shit is in Benadryl for those of us that got allergies. Now, here's the funny thing about the allergies. You get a 2-for-1. So your ass gonna eat you some Red 40, right? Or, let's see, you're gonna eat you some Red 40 or maybe some Yellow 5, and both of these make you have allergies. So when your allergies start acting up and shit and you think it's the seasons, your ass gonna get you some Benadryl, which is some more Red 40. So you throwing Red 40 on top of the Red 40, and you probably gonna wash it down with a Gatorade or some type of juice. Or look at that, even V8 Splash for all my vegans out there and people who be trying to eat healthy and stuff like that. Like, I ain't got nothing against trying to eat healthy. You got to do it the best way you can. But for those that be overly doing it and all that type of shit, V8 Splash got red 40 in it. Your pickles got red 40 in it. Yes, pickles got red 40 in it. Don't ask me how, but the motherfuckers figured out a way to put it in the pickles. Benadryl, Gatorade, NyQuil, Nutri-Grain, of course the hot Cheetos that's right there. You got some more little fruit snacks and Nutri-Grain and barbecue sauce and Starburst and all type of crazy thing. The Fruit Loops. But let's go ahead and read this though. Shout out to everybody that's in here. If you like this type of information, hit that plus button. Go ahead and be a member of the How You Learning Book Club. We do this every morning, every night. We drop some gems, we learn, we grow, we become enlightened, and we reach the youth. So now let's get into it. So now the side effects of the dyes. Red 40, right? You think your kids got ADHD, but they don't. Red 40, hyperactivity, migraines, impulsiveness, fidgeting, brain buzzing, similar to ADHD, and it lasts for 1 to 2 days. So when you ingest Red 40, it's in your system and you high for 1 to 2 days. But think about how much do you eat it though. If you stay high on Red 40 for 1 to 2 days and you eat this shit Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, back to Monday, you ain't never coming down off your high. You ain't never coming down off your high. Let's keep going. Green 3. All right. Green 3. Mania. Mania deals with your mind. We know what mania is, like schizo, bipolar, and all that type of stuff. So mania. Hyperactive again. Hyperactive. A feeling of euphoria. Similar to bipolar disorder. It lasts for 12 hours. So now you eat you some Red 40. Mix it in with some Green 3, because honestly, unknowingly, people eat all of this shit in one setting. People eat all this shit in one setting, okay? Like all of these is in one bowl of Fruit Loops. So, peep game. And that lasts for 12 hours. You eat 3 times a day, 4 times a day, all right? Blue 1. We just talked about Blue 1. Blue 1 is inside of the Mentos that I showed you, all right? Irritability, moodiness, fatigue, and it lasts for 24 hours. So sometimes, most of the times when you irritable and you're moody, it ain't even got shit to do with the outside world. It's about what you're putting in your body, and it's going to last for 24 hours. Probably a little more than that because you keep adding layers onto it, all right? Yellow 5, yellow 6, anxiety, aggravation, aggression. Yellow 5 is in every damn thing. Aggression, aggravation, anxiety, right? Defiance, violent outbursts, and suicidal thoughts. Ooh, wow. Similar to oppositional defiant disorder, and conduct disorder. It lasts for 5 days. What's happening, LaRue? That shit lasts for 5 days. Yellow 5, yellow 6 being your system, and the side effects last for 5 days. Now again, if you eating all this stuff from Sunday to Sunday, you ain't never came down off your high. People be looking at us who be smoking weed and shit like, you guys ain't sober. Neither are you. Actually, your shit is worse than the marijuana that I'm smoking. At least I know that this is natural green, no dyes. My ganja ain't got no green 3 in it. This is chlorophyll. This is melanin. You know what I'm saying? I'm chiefing on that melanin. Y'all eating that green 3 shit. So what y'all ingesting in y'all body is actually a little worse than what, my little herb that I'm partaking. But folks don't know this type of stuff because they trust their government so much, and they trust these guys with the white coats so much, and they have undying trust for the people that's knocking them off. I'm saying in beautiful goddess. I'm saying in real Cherokee. Same with the mouthwashes. Yup, most definitely same with the mouthwashes. The mouthwashes is even worse because your mouth is the quickest thing to your bloodstream. So the mouthwashes is really worse. Mouthwashes, liquids. I'm gonna put it like that. Liquids. When it comes to food, yeah, it be in your mouth. You chew it real quick and you swallow it type shit. But these liquids, you let it sit in your mouth. You sip slow. With the mouthwash, what they tell you, to gargle for 30 seconds and all that, you'll swish it around your mouth and all that shit getting straight into your bloodstream. Faster than you ingesting it. What's that in 7? And they sleepwalkers, yup. Daddy the toothpaste, yup, most definitely the toothpaste as well too. But let's go ahead and read these documents real quick, and we're gonna come back and have a little dialogue on this. So, going to the documents about the dyes. We're gonna read about the dyes, okay? Let me see where it begins at first. See where it began at. Here we go. Try this. Artificial dyes are breaking our brains. Ooh, okay. Artificial dyes are breaking our brains. They released this May 31st, 2023. This year. All right. Now, let's get it to it. Roll it in. That's that kid, man. Ooh, that's that Jackie Chan right there. I just entered the dragon. I just entered the Naga. All right. So, more and more evidence is showing a link between artificial colors and mood and behavior challenges in kids. But do you know what's even more concerning? Consumption of artificial dyes have increased by nearly 500% in the past 50 years. And children are the biggest population of consumers. All right. If you have young kids in your life who is showing signs of ADHD or aggressive outbursts or unexplained mood swings, it is important to know artificial colors could be a possible trigger. All right. It could be a possible trigger. Then you got to think, with these schools feed these babies. Yeah. What they feed these babies. Yeah, most definitely in school. So now, yeah, we definitely should be outraged if a lot of parents would just stop thinking everything is a conspiracy and actually wake up. All right. The artificial colors could be the possible trigger. Today, I'm sharing some research in real life that give reasons to suspect that artificial dyes may be troublesome for kids and what you can start doing right now to get them out of their and our diet because it affects adults too. All right. The newsletter is for parents, grandparents, teachers, caregivers, or anyone that has a child in their life. But before we jump in, I want to give some love today for the sponsor, Inside Tracker. Okay, give them a little shout out. All right. Flipping the page. As soon as I find the page, hold on. There we go. So now, getting into it. Shout out to the Rothschilds because y'all know who's behind this. Because when I read this, you're going to automatically know who's behind this. All right. So why are artificial dyes a problem? Artificial dyes are made from the process of cracking crude oil. You're eating oil, aka petroleum. Then they put petroleum in the hospitals because most of your medications, if not all your medications, is made with petroleum. Okay. I don't believe in coincidences. These synthetic colors give processed foods their bright colors. But research showed that they can come with unintended and potentially harmful consequences. For an example, 3 of the most commonly used artificial dyes are red dye number 3, yellow 5, yellow 6, are xenoestrogens. Listen, fellas, is xenoestrogens, which means they replicate estrogen-like activities in the body. Estrogen-mimicking chemicals are linked to health concerns such as weight gain, hormonal imbalance, and early puberty in boys and girls. We're gonna let that marinate for a second. I appreciate that. Thanks for the gifts, y'all. Thanks for the gifts. Shout out to everybody that's still in here. What's happening, O? Shout out to everybody that's still here. Hope y'all stay to the end. So now, again, why are artificial dyes a problem? Artificial dyes are made from the process of cracking crude oil, aka petroleum. These synthetic covers give processed foods their bright colors, but research shows that they come with unintended and potentially harmful consequences. For an example, 3 of the most commonly used artificial food dyes are red dye number 3, yellow 5, and yellow 6 are xenoestrogens, which means they replicate estrogen-like activities in the body. Estrogen-mimicking chemicals are linked to health concerns such as weight gain, hormonal imbalance, and early puberty in boys and girls. The dye, not the food. The dye. One little drop does all that. Toxicology report shows that these artificial dyes can also be contaminated. It also could be contaminated with carcinogens, right? They have been linked to DNA damage. They've been linked to DNA damage, inflammation, migraines, allergies, and certain types of cancers. Allergies. Not only did they chop down majority of the female plants, but the dyes also give you allergies. You are allergic to the shit. Your body is releasing the histamines that protects your body. When you have an allergy attack and you start to sneezing, coughing, your eyes get watery, that's your body fighting the foreign protein that entered your body. Your eyes get red, itchy and mucus and everything coming out, that's your body fighting the foreign protein, and it's letting you know that, hey man, some shit in here that ain't supposed to be in here. All right. That's what an allergic reaction is. You are allergic to crude oil. It's not supposed to be in your body. All right. Mm-hmm. Almost all meds are made with petroleum. Yep. Yep. Almost all meds are made with petroleum. Most definitely. Even your medication could possibly give you cancer. Ain't that some shit? So, just flip the page. All right. So, I love this first tip and was excited to include it in my first recommendations because the truth is artificial dyes are everywhere. Artificial dyes are everywhere. They are also ambiguous in our food supply that it's hard to tell if they are causing behavior issues without completely eliminating them from your child's diet. Step one, go dye free for about 2 weeks. Going back to Dr. Bevan's talk, she goes into detail about her experience of removing artificial dyes from her son's diet for 2 weeks. That's it. Going artificial dye free for 2 weeks was enough to create a significant turnaround in his mental health and to prove they were the cause of his behavior challenges. Try eliminating all artificial dyes from your child's and your diet for 2 weeks and see if you notice a significant change in your behavior. Now, if you decide to take up this challenge, which is just another form of fasting, if you decide to take up this challenge, I'm going to let you know this now. It ain't easy and it's going to be hard. Your body going to go through withdrawals as if you were on drugs because you are on drugs. You've been intoxicated this whole time. This is why I believe a part of me believe that for layman's terms, the human species have been hallucinating this whole fucking time. And we don't know it. That's what a part of me believe, that we've been hallucinating this whole time. And we don't know it. Because they got us drugged. America's like a damn asylum, a ward, right? I repeat, gang. They're keeping you drugged up daily. So you gonna take you a daily medication that's made with petroleum. Then you gonna eat you some breakfast and have you some good old orange juice that got yellow 5 in it. And then later on today, you gonna drink you some good old tap water. And you gonna tell me you are not hallucinating? PK, what if people that's in the psych ward aren't really crazy, and the people that's outside of the psych ward are the actual crazy ones? Uh-oh. But you'll never know though. You'll never know. So I only stopped at step one because I'm saving the rest of the steps for in the morning when we go live in the morning, to wrap up the artificial dyes and then dive into something else. So, but step one is really important. That's for real. Kind of all you got to do is try to eliminate the artificial dyes out of your life. If you can't do all, do majority or do the best you can and watch how your behavior and your child behavior changes. You feel me? Just do it. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And then once you see it for 2 weeks, you'll do it for a lifetime. You know what I'm saying? You'll do it for you would definitely do it for a lifetime. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? But the withdrawals for that first week gonna be a monster though. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that. The withdrawals that first week gonna be a monster though. But that second week is a little bit more easier. But the thing is once you get off them diets, you cannot go back because it will be worse than the first time you got on them. All right, it's like relapsing. Every time a person who's addicted to drugs quit and they relapse, it's always worse than the first time, and it keeps getting worse and worse every time. So if you decide to do it, just pay attention to it. If you like the results, stick it out. All right, stick it out. I would hope you would stick it out. I would hope you would not willingly put yellow 5 and red 40 in your body. You know what I'm saying? So, but just do it for 2 weeks. You're going to feel the withdrawals of the drug and the additives in the first week. You're going to have headaches. You're going to have migraines. You ain't going to have no appetite for a while. You're going to have all the symptoms of a drug addict because technically we're all drug addicts in a way dealing with this type of shit right here. They just normalized it. Trust me, Bill Gates and all them elite people, they ain't eating no dyes in their food. Mm-hmm. So, they ain't eating none of these dyes in their food. You never get high on your own supply. So we got to be careful with that too. Yeah. What's happening, Woken? Most of the cereals got paint thinner in them too, yup. You right, Tab. Most of them got paint thinner in there. On top of the red 40. Man, it got a whole lot of stuff. Like they make poison look appetizing. Like when you're trying to kill a mouse. When you get a mouse or a rat in your house, you try to make the trap and the poison look appetizing, so they'll go for it. What if I told you that we all still live to be thousands of years old? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We still live to be thousands of years old like back in the day. That ain't changed. We still grow to be giants and all that type of shit. What happened was they start poisoning us. That's what happened. How do you contain God? You poison him. In all the stories, from Greek mythology to Hebrew to American Indian, even the comic books, to Superman, to everything, how do you stop a person of great abilities that's better than you, greater than you, stronger than you? You poison them. Think what they did to Superman. We can use Superman as an example because we know who Superman really is. You feel me? He get his power from the sun. We know that ain't some people. So let's take him for an example. They tried shooting him, man. They tried blowing him up. They tried setting him on fire. They tried running him over. They tried everything. None of that worked. Except for poison. From a crystal that's from his home. Listen, it's from his home. Kryptonian, kryptonite. Come on, man. So they're using your earth against you. They using your resources against you. All these chemicals that they getting to make all this stuff, this shit come from Earth. Earth gives you good and bad. All right. Mother Gaia give you good and bad. You got plants that you can eat. You got plants that you can't eat. You eat them bitches, it be your last day on this motherfucker. But you eat the other ones, then it's all good. All right. You got some insects that'll bite you and it's cool. And you got some insects that'll hit you one time and you thought you was a gangster. This will be your last day on earth. You feel me? And it's like that. There's always positive and negative, pros and cons, good and bad. Watch yourself. But it's all from here. So these folks learn how to take your planet and use it against you. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know nothing about your planet. Mm-hmm. Yin and yang, most definitely. So they taking a lot of this stuff and using it against you. You know. But the fact that, and these ain't even all the dyes. There's a lot of different dyes and things that's inside of these products, like Tab said earlier, you know. But these are the main four that you're gonna find in damn near everything. And the fact, like being hyper, okay, hyper and hyperactivity and ADHD, yeah, that shit bad, cool. But the fact that they got shit on here that's like mania, bipolar, moodiness, suicidal thoughts, like, and people is eating this shit. Kids, adults, fucking dogs. We all eating this stuff. And what even is even baffling is that when you tell humans that you're eating poison, they'll just look at you and call you a conspiracy theorist. That's what the crazy thing is. But we gotta remember, these niggas is high. You know, got a little list right here. You know, you got Kellogg's Fruit Loop. Kellogg Fruit Loop got red 40, blue 1, yellow 5, and 6 in it. So just off of a bowl of cereal, Fruit Loops, off a bowl of Fruit Loops, you getting all this. Excuse me. Excuse me. On one bowl of Fruit Loops. Mama, Daddy, can I have some cereal? Yes, son. You can go have some cereal. And they go inside there, they get them a box of Fruit Loops, pour them up a nice little bowl of cereal, throw some cow milk in that bitch, and they sitting down in front of you know, they sitting down in front of the TV, programming, being programmed with a bowl of cow puss and artificial dyes. And you just being a good parent, you want to have a bowl of cereal with them too, because you want to bond. And you ain't thinking about this shit. You thinking about, I want to form a memory with my child because I love them. They want me to sit down, watch cartoons, so I'm going to eat a bowl of cereal with them. And that's what you do. You chowing down on the cow milk and the yellow 4 and the yellow 5 and all that shit too. Boom, 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 boom. Everybody in the house is. Now, everybody in the house is about the experience for 1 to 2 days of one bowl of Fruit Loops. The whole house about to experience hyperactivity, migraines, impulsiveness, fidgeting, brain buzzing, similar to ADHD. Is going to last for 2 days, right? Then you're also going to experience mania, hyperactivity, some more hyper on top of the hyper, and a feeling of euphoria, which is kind of a weird feeling if you're going through all this type of shit. So I see where you get the bipolar starting to kick in. That's going to last for about 12 hours, you feel me? But some folks like to eat cereal daytime and nighttime. So again, you ain't really giving your body a rest off of these dyes. Ooh, when you start detoxing off this shit, more power to you. You feel me? We'll do it together, so we'll be on this bitch crying together. You feel me? But yellow 5, yellow 6, anxiety, aggravation, aggression, defiance, violent outbursts, and suicide thoughts. So your kids is hyper jumping everywhere. You as a parent about to start getting a migraine and shit, right? You about to start getting a migraine, but at the same time, you're going to feel euphoria because you're going to be looking at your kid like, oh, it's my child, but you're going to be getting a migraine and shit. On top of that, you're going to start getting irritable, moody, and then you about to start getting aggravated and tell your kids to sit their ass the fuck down. Why are you jumping everywhere? What is wrong with you? Nah, mama, daddy, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you all of a sudden aggravated and moody and irritable? Boy, look, what's wrong with the house? Off one bowl of cereal, right? Off one bowl of cereal. Off one bowl of cereal. This is breakfast. They just started. You just woke up and brushed your teeth. We ain't even did lunch and dinner. This is breakfast. We still at breakfast. You feel me? Then, you send the kid off to school. You might send them with a little Gushers, tropical fruit snacks. Because we all had some Gushers in our life, right? You also eating red 40, blue 1, yellow 5, yellow 6. There you go. You get all of them again. So you'd have had some Fruit Loops. Now your kid about to get some Gushers, which is another dose of this. Parents, ladies who are working cubicles or whatever, guys, we're gonna have us some, little Doritos, some nachos, just to get us the lunch and shit, something to snack on while we at work, right? So there go your second dosage. Doom. All right. All right. You don't even want to talk about Skittles because they added another blue 1 lake in there, which you got blue 2 lake, blue 1 lake. I ain't even tell y'all about the blue 1 lakes. Whew. Shit. Look, okay. All of that shit is crude oil. Your whole day is spent eating oil. It ain't funny, dog, but sometimes you gotta laugh from being pissed off a little bit. Sometimes you gotta laugh this shit off. So your whole day, you are eating oil. Because then when it's time for dinner, if you decide to cook, we already know what it is with some of this shit that we be cooking. But if you decide to order out, let's say you decide to order out, let's say you want to eat a pizza. Guess what? The tomato sauce, red 40, yellow 5 in that bitch, so you getting another dosage. Don't. Everybody getting it. You're high all the time. You are intoxicated. And you have not been sober from this shit since you came out of your mama's womb. I'm saying it easy. Daryl saying it. Let that sink in. You have not been sober from this shit since you came out your mama's womb. Some of us is in our 30s. Some of us in late 20s, mid 20s. So from 20 to 30 years, your ass been eating oil. Yeah, baby milk most definitely tainted. For 20 to 30 years of your life, your ass been eating oil and been tripping. We be saying it, bro, you tripping. Nah, you tripping. What do you do when you high? You trip. Niggas been tripping. People, it ain't just us. Blonde Moon people too. Everybody eating this shit except for the elites who's making this shit. The society is tripping. Niggas been tripping. Some folks been hallucinating out here. This why when people look at us, knowing we brown as hell, and they see black, they tripping, right? They tripping, right? They tripping. This shit got a lot to do with the information that we be pushing. Bro, what color am I? Them folks be like, you're black. I be sitting here like, really? You looking at me right now and you gonna call me black? You're black. You guys are black. Really? I didn't even know black came in many shades. And then they're like, black do come in shades. No, the fuck it don't. White nor black come in shades. What the fuck is y'all talking about? Was y'all even paying attention in pre-K and shit? Hell no, some of y'all wasn't even paying attention in pre-K and kindergarten because y'all was them badass kids that was hyper all the time with them silver things in y'all mouth, causing a ruckus and not even learning and shit. That's why y'all don't know y'all colors. Y'all was high in pre-K. Y'all was high in pre-K. Y'all wasn't listening. Y'all was them badass kids. And you can't keep no kid back in pre-K. You gotta push them on. You can't really get kept back in pre-K or kindergarten, you know what I'm saying? So they're just gonna keep pushing these fucking kids on who ain't even learned their colors. You got people their whole life walking around thinking brown is black and ain't nobody correcting them. Motherfucker, no, let me stop. You got people walking around thinking brown is white and black because if you put a white tee on a white person, their skin is tan, which is brown. And motherfuckers call that white. And you put a black shirt on a brown brother like me, motherfuckers gonna call you black. So nigga, brown is white and black. How in the fuck is that? Man, bro, look, niggas is tripping. People are tripping. And you notice that the people that call the conscious people, those of us who started our journey, folks who really watching what we eat and really doing what we supposed to do, we detox and all that, and we try to eat as best as we can, as less as we can of this bullshit, which means our brain is functioning a little bit better. They are the ones that be laughing and calling us crazy. And you motherfucker be eating a McDonald's sandwich in your face calling you a conspiracy theorist. Y'all niggas is conspiracy theorists, nigga. This shit. What is you talking about? The cheese got yellow 5 on it. The damn meat is probably a human foot, nigga. On some bread that don't mold. You don't even know what you eating. And you calling me weird? You niggas conspiracy theorists, nigga. You gotta go someday. Looking silly. I know you an NPC. You ain't real. I know you ain't real. I gotta stay away from you. You know what I'm saying? Like real shit is in the skits. You know, you gotta keep it interesting, like for real. Like people, but that's what people be doing. Folks be doing that shit to me. I be trying to wake folks up on the street sometimes when I just be, around my job and shit. Motherfucker be eating a damn fucking pork rib taco and saying you crazy. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm gonna start saying though. I'm gonna start going into these debates and shit and watch people get mad. I'm like, that's that yellow 5 talking. Like real talk. Anytime I encounter people on this app and I be dropping gems, some trolls come in talking that shit, that be that yellow 5 talking. Them niggas be aggressive. Violent outbursts. Wabo! You guys are black Africa. That's that violent outburst. That's that yellow 5 talking. They need to start eating that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. I'm gonna start calling it how I see it. People be like, hey, you guys are racist. Now them niggas is high off yellow 5. Them niggas is high off yellow 5. Like real shit. It is what it is, nigga. You get on these folks' panels, niggas be experiencing bipolar disorder and shit. Start calling that bitch that green 30. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't know what they talking about. Like they information be contradicting itself. That be that green 30, that green 3 talking. That red 40, motherfuckers be on live, they be fidgeting and shit. And they be all over the place with their information and shit, kind of like that ADHD be kicking in and shit. Yeah, that's their red 40. He said your diagnosis will upset many. Hey, most doctors' diagnosis upset people. You know, when you go in there and the doctor be like, man, look, we gotta chop off your big toe. Ain't nothing we can do to save that bitch. You gonna be mad in the motherfucker at that doctor. The fuck you mean it ain't nothing you can do? You know what I'm saying? Shit. That's their diagnosis though. You know, the first thing is denial and anger. Then you have to accept the diagnosis. So I'm prepared for it. You know what I'm saying? My diagnosis when I first got on here was like, my diagnosis is we're American Indians. The niggas was mad. But they started accepting it though after a while. Some others are still in the denial stage. They haven't accepted that their leg been amputated. They still think it's still there. Nah. You know what I'm saying? But real talk. Like, and that's how I be looking like, bro. You cannot be talking like, I don't know. You can't be shaking a handful of Skittles and be trying to talk to me about consciousness, bro. Because for one, you eating red 40, green 3, blue 1, and yellow 5 and 6, and blue 1 late and blue 2 late, and all the other dyes that I'm telling you. So, how you gonna talk to me about consciousness when your body is still full of this shit? Not judging nobody. But I'm talking about those that be on the panel trying to teach and you know, I admire this shit, but are you really doing it in your real life? Because I can see motherfuckers on this app shaking Skittles and trying to drop gems, and I be looking at them like, what? Niggas be like, yeah, bro, the Rothschilds, man, these Rothschilds got everything fucked up out here. And I be sitting here looking at them like, what the fuck, bro? Oh, hell no. Shit, no sir. That's like me coming on. Look, that's like me coming on this motherfucker. Man, look, I ain't gonna do that analogy on TikTok. That shit'll get it pulled. But look, we ain't gonna go there. Shake Skittles and say you weird. Bad folks is look. My favorite food? Shit, man, look. I like all type of shit. But I don't eat pork and I don't eat ground beef. But my go-to would be a pizza. You know what I'm saying? My go-to always be a pizza. And then from there, it goes, you know, tacos or I like seafood and shit. You know, my favorite fruits and vegetables. That's a whole list that go on for days. Like I could eat fruits and vegetables all fucking day, every day. You know what I'm saying? But they got this bomb ass pizza out there that's made with ancient grain stuff, and it's made with cauliflower. It's pretty dope. You guys should try it. And then they got tacos that's made with cauliflower shells. Or if you don't want to do it the cauliflower, they have tacos that's made from real corn because it's supposed to be made from real corn. The real tacos will be the blue corn taco shells that you see. You know, when you go to the store and you see the blue corn taco shells, that will be made from real corn. Them yellow taco shells, y'all already know what's happening because you know that corn, the yellow corn. Come on, man, put it all together now. You know the yellow corn with the yellow taco shells. Yeah, right. Even though this is blue one, the blue corn is actually indigenous corn. That's why that bitch costs a little bit more. And you know, anything that's good for you gonna cost a little more, but it's worth it, and you can tell the difference. So it's just little food tips. That list sound about right. He said that was you diagnosing. I ain't gonna ask nobody their favorite foods. You know, I ain't judging nobody. I just hope the process is to get off of these things. You know, there's always a substitute. You know, that's what I also want to teach and preach to people too. You know, so don't feel like you have to eat this shit. You know, there's always a substitute for everything. Yeah, just be conscious. Conscious just means aware. All right, just be conscious of what you eat and what you give your kids. Because most of the times, your kid isn't a bad kid. Your kid is just high. Your kid is just high. My kid don't listen. Hey, they hyper and shit. Your kid is high. I don't know, man. They moody. You know, one day they want to talk to me. Next day they just fuck you, mom, and all the other shit. They're high. And guess what? You're high too. We're all high. Nigga, America is ghetto as fuck, y'all. We are hood. America is one big project. Y'all remember when I told you that about America? America is one big experiment. America is one big experiment. It's one big drug. I mean, it's one big project. And it's one big project. And I mean that in both ways. You know what I'm saying? America's project is hell. For real. We are living in one big reservation. We are living in one big project. We are in a colony still. Ain't nothing changed. What's the experiment? Mind control. How we gonna do that? You gotta keep the public eye first. They mustn't know that it's happening to them. If you get a few of them talking, we ain't worried about that. But if you get a lot of them talking about it, then it becomes a problem. So then we have to create a way that even if these people do decide to detox and wake up and whoop and they try to let other people know, we have to create something that makes them look like the crazy ones. Conspiracy. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's the first thing you get met with. Same thing Jesus got met with inside the Bible. For my Christians out there and Israelites who still like using the Bible, same thing he got met with. He came down, boom, I'm the Son of God. It was like blasphemy, nigga. Blasphemy was just the old way of calling you a conspiracy theorist. Plug it in. Hit, boom, I'm the Son of God, a conspiracy theorist. Or if you want to throw a little racist twist in it, I'm the Son of God. So God's son is black now. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. They're high. It's a defense mechanism that the elites plugged in to protect the software programming. You know, the Agent Smiths of the world, those who will protect the Matrix. And they don't even know what they're doing. Riboflavin. What's that? I don't know what that is, LaRue. Nation of thinkers. Yeah. You can't have a nation of, they said it. We don't want a nation of thinkers. I mean, we could have had our citizens on some China, Japanese shit doing math in 5 seconds and not, man, we could have y'all like that. And you know that y'all got the potential to do that. Like real shit. All the shit that these other kids doing, our kids was doing that shit back then too, before all this shit became incorporated. Y'all be seeing them little Chinese babies doing these back flips and shit. They be doing, they 2 and 3 years old, just and all this. Nigga, you used to do that shit too. You were a little bit, so now you used to do that shit too, and you was a little bit more creative with it though. You know what I'm saying? One thing about here is the creativity that I noticed. The creativity is what they always try to target. Why? Because the creativity is the reason why you invented everything. Your creativity is the reason why you made the NBA so damn good. Them Blue people was doing these stiff ass layups. They was like, they was doing stiff layups and they was shooting with both hands and shit. Ain't nobody was doing no crossovers. They was just dribbling one way. We know y'all ain't invent basketball. Look like y'all still learning. That's how my daughter, who's 3 years old, be dribbling. She, you know what I'm saying? And he passing like that. That's how they was doing. The aboriginals of America who invented this shit Came through this motherfucker with the 360 on y'all. You know, we invented that. Huh. We came through with the tomahawk. We invented that. People be talking about y'all ain't invent shit. We can, come on, man. We invented that. Huh. The back dump, the under the leg, the 720 that you seen with N1. We invented all the dunks. Yeah, we invented all the dunks. We invented the beautiful 3-point, you know what I'm saying? That jumper, y'all know. I used to hoop. Don't get it twisted. All my trophies at my grandma's house, you know. You get that ball and you pull up with that form and you let that motherfucker go and that bitch drop like it was Kobe shooting that bitch. Swoosh. And you run off and look at him like Jordan, nigga. We created that. We create trash talking and all that. Come on, what are you talking about? That's that creativity. And that's just basketball. You seen how they was in football too. They was stiff in the motherfucker running one way. Just hoo. The linemen ain't have no flavor. But the aboriginals who created this shit came through. And they came through, nigga. Dang it. They didn't go to Africa to draft NBA players or football players, nigga. They got that from here. They didn't go to Africa. Cause they be talking about, yeah, all y'all athletics came from Africa. Well, why y'all ain't go to Africa to get them niggas? If they better than us and all our athletics came from them, they should be superior. So I be over there trying to get them niggas. Man, it took them years for Africans to even come over here to try to even compete with us, and niggas can't even do it still. You know what I'm saying? Last time you seen an African inside dunk contest and win that bitch. Come on, man. I'm just being real. We had a Haitian in that motherfucker. People didn't even know he was Haitian. Shout out to Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin Haitian. And we had a Haitian to win. Cause we the same people. But football was stiff. Them boys came through with the Aboriginals. We came through, you know what I'm saying? We came through with the juke moves, the spin moves. We jumping over the top of people. We stiff arming motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? The brothers on the defense coming with them hard hits. Yeah, bro. You know, the YT man was good with that physical shit. You know, they hit you slam you up. They coming head first. They trying to knock you. Them boys was physical. I give them that. They are a physical culture. Like real talk, them boys they be ready. I give it that. That's that Viking in them. Yeah, that's that Sparta. I give them that. Cause they do not stop, nigga. You feel me? That's what's up. But you gotta outthink that shit though. And that's where we come in. Cause while you like, yeah, Sparta 300, we gonna hit you with a few uppercuts while you talking. Boop! Why you talking for, bro? Come on, let's get this shit started. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't got time for that. I got shit to do. Everything's fast with us. You know? Aboriginals. You got that spark, that spunk. Football wasn't shit. Basketball wasn't shit until us. And they had to come and get us out of our own league. And that's the bad thing about it that a lot of kids and youth and people do not know, bro. They came and got us out of our own shit, bro. We sold our own league out because we wanted to fit in with them niggas, bro. If we ain't never wanted to fit in with them, it's time travel. If we never wanted to fit in with them and we just stayed with the ABA, the Negro League and all that type of stuff, and we did our little Negro football thing and shit like that, continue expanding, man, niggas will be the billionaires, but they tripping. What is you talking about? And I'm only passionate about that because my grandfather's side of the family owned and had a Negro football team, a Negro baseball team in St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? He sold that motherfucker because everybody was going to the major leagues. They got the quarterbacks. Shit, they losing the quarterbacks now. Most of the quarterbacks about to be us. But man, come on, y'all better get y'all one, dog. Look, I don't even wear this like this. I'm about to hold on to this, but man, look, come on, I'll stop playing. Y'all better get y'all one of these, bro. That Negro League jersey. If you don't know about that number 20, go research who number 20 was in the Negro League. Come on, man. This is your culture, your history. This is all your shit. You know what I'm saying? Come on, this is yours from the east to the west, bro. 1932. Niggas talking about you had it hard doing Jim Crow. Nigga, you had your money, bro. Look at you. This you. This you, American Indian. Come on, Negro League Baseball Museum. This you. This was your sport. This was your shit. Just like hockey. I don't even wear this like this. That's my shit. You know what I'm saying? When I first got it, I wore this shit up here in Kentucky, but them white folks were looking at me crazy. It was like, what the fuck? Who is this Negro? Yeah, y'all see it? Y'all see it? Motherfuckers be asking. It be young brothers that be looking just like you asking, hey, what is that? Then that's when you could drop the gems on you. So that's what I mean. Like, I be wearing stuff sometimes, just it'll get people to stop and ask, like, bro, what the fuck is that? And then you drop the gem on them. But they knew we was the shit. So they had to get us high, is what I was leading to. They had to get us high. They knew we was the shit. That's hard. I appreciate that. Nah, it ain't Willie Mays. His last name is Gray. I give you that, Jim. His last name is Gray. Or he played for the Grays. But Willie Mays was hard too, though. And shout out to Babe Ruth. They be trying to whitewash Babe Ruth so bad. We know what it is. We know who Babe Ruth really was. That boy pulled the old what's old dude from the CIA who was really a Negro, but he was white passing. Who was he? Babe Ruth to pull one of them Elvises and shit on us. Yeah, he was most definitely. You can look at him. Yeah, he was mixed. He was mostly. Y'all know what he was mixed with. You can look at him and tell. And he wasn't no Caucasian mix either. Yeah, Hoover. That boy Hoover. White passing too. He nigga was Negroes, bro. That boy Babe Ruth was mixed. Shout out to the Latinos out there. Cause even though we don't play it no more like that, our brothers and sisters done took over that bitch. I give you that. Even though we don't really play baseball like that, most of us start out playing baseball and we stop around high school and shit. And we start doing football, basketball, and track. But, you know, shout out to the Latino community because y'all holding baseball down for real. You know, like real shit. They holding that bitch down. I give them that. So, you know, boxing too. You know, we had boxing as well too. But what I'm getting at is that we were so dominant that they had to find a way. And they start getting us high. That's all that was. They just started getting us high. It helped with the COINTELPRO, helped with the MK Ultra, and everything else. You know, what's happening, Woken? You know, it helped with the MK Ultra, it helped with the programming. Because you have to have the community docile and drugged up in order to even do MK Ultra. And on top of this, you got to incorporate the fluoride. You know what I'm saying? They gotta create you gotta think about the fluoride and shit. That's also inside your water on top of that. The genetically modified foods and you know what it is. So a lot of this, a majority of this is the reason why we face backlash and we run into brick walls, talking to people and everything. Because sometimes it ain't just they don't want to get it or they can't comprehend it. It's the fact that a lot of them is still high, and we forgetting the fact that we trying to wake people up who still eating McDonald's down there every day, or they got a bag of flaming hots right next to the bed, or they smashing some cereal right now, like at nighttime or in the morning and stuff when we talking to them and all type of stuff. So you got to have a little bit more patience, and you also got to know when not to kick a dead horse. You know what I'm saying? So, and created gangs to divide melanated folks. Kind of seven. They kind of created gangs. I wouldn't say that they created gangs per se. You know, our gangs just stem from some tribal shit. You know, they took that and they COINTELPRO'd it with the infiltration. You know, and like I always told y'all, how do you infiltrate melanated people? You send other melanated people, those who look like you but ain't you. A lot of folks who infiltrated were like melanated Britons and shit. You know, who was like undercover working from MI and CIA and all that type of shit. So, you know, a lot of that happened. They infiltrated it and they created the division. I would say that they ain't create gangs, but they created the division amongst the gangs. And they still keeping the gangs divided today because they know that's one of our strongholds. They know that that's one of our strongholds, so they got to keep them divided. And how we gonna keep the gangs divided? We gonna keep pumping bullshit drill music. You know what I'm saying? We gonna keep pushing. We still gonna keep pushing the gangs, the colors, the flags. You know, the basis of everything. But we gonna popularize it. We gonna make every single rapper some type of gang member all of a sudden. All of a sudden, all your rappers is a gang member. I remember back in the day, dog, like, and not even to sound old, but like even in Tupac days, dog, like every rapper wasn't no gang member, bro. Like motherfuckers was cool, niggas had cliques. Most of your gang rappers was from out west. You know, like the up north gang didn't start taking off until like mid '90s. You know what I'm saying? So like now in 2023, every single rapper a gang member, bro. Yeah, that private prison pipeline. Oh yeah, I already know who owned that music thief. Yeah, we talked about that. Black Rock Vanguard, you know, Universal Music Group. hmm It's like you can't be a rapper unless you're a gang member. Yeah. And I was like, damn, so all y'all niggas is gang members now? That shit crazy. So they keeping it a trend. So as long as you got people high, doped up, ready to be programmed, and you can take a negative and make it seem like a positive and popular and make it catchy, and people will start to be programmed. So now this is why everything that's toxic is popular now. People brag about their toxic trait, but they never talk about their good traits. So they never talk about the steps that they're doing to stop a toxic trait. Like, this is the shit that I'm working on. They just brag about it. And my toxic trait is this, and they keep it going. Like, damn, you ain't gonna try to work on that shit since when we start bragging about that? That's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But like, shit, niggas start glorifying the fuck shit too much. The sad thing is just, some of the older folks in the community just sit back and watch it. I understand that, it's the youth and it's a different time age and it's all good, because you got some of us in our 30s who's cool, ready. ready to drop the gems and shit. We like that bridge between the old and the young. But you know, a lot of the young folks, a lot of the older folks know this shit. Some of them don't know this, but a lot of them know this because you can hear in when they talk, when they listen to when older people talk about their time. Like when they back in my time, this wasn't happening. Whoop de whoop whoop. Okay, so what happened between your time and my time? The Rothschilds and the die.